When I first entered the world of Forex, it felt like walking into a storm of promises. Everywhere I turned, another broker was shouting about lightning-fast withdrawals, unbeatable spreads, instant profits, and total reliability. It was noisy, almost theatrical, and after a while, I stopped believing the words. Over time, experience taught me one simple truth: a reliable broker doesn't need to shout. The best ones don't chase you with banners and offers, they simply do their job with quiet precision. That's how I found Turf Capital Private LTD, not through advertising or hype, but through consistency that spoke louder than any slogan. At first glance, broker Turf Capital Private LTD didn't strike me as extraordinary. There was no exaggerated self-promotion, no bright distractions. But the more I explored turfcp.com, the more I began to appreciate the calm confidence that defines this broker's character. Everything on the platform is structured, logical, and designed with purpose. From the moment I registered, the process felt seamless. Verification was quick, the interface intuitive, and within minutes I was trading, not learning how to navigate a confusing system, but actually working. Trading with Forex Turf Capital Private LTD felt natural, almost transparent. The execution of orders was smooth and punctual, without those frustrating delays that plague so many platforms. Spreads were fair, commissions reasonable, and charts displayed with clarity and stability even when markets moved sharply. Over the years, I've learned that a broker's true strength lies not in its words, but in how it behaves when volatility rises. And here, Turf Capital Private LTD stayed steady. Withdrawals, the real test of any broker, were handled with the same quiet reliability. I've had my share of experiences with platforms that turned the withdrawal process into an endurance test: endless verifications, unexplained delays, emails vanishing into silence. But not here. Every transaction I made with broker turfcp.com went through smoothly, without hidden clauses or excuses. Funds arrived exactly when expected, and that alone built a level of trust that few brokers manage to earn. Of course, in this business you can't escape the noise of the internet. Somewhere, someone will always label a company as Scam Turf Capital Private LTD or call it a scam turfcp.com, often without offering any proof. That's just part of the ecosystem. Rumors and accusations are almost as common as trades themselves. But as I watched, analyzed, and tested everything firsthand, none of those claims matched reality. The facts, consistent performance, reliable support, and transparent reporting all told a different story. It's easy to notice that Forex broker Turf Capital Private LTD doesn't rely on flashy campaigns to attract attention. Its reputation has grown from experience, from real traders leaving genuine review Turf Capital Private LTD posts, from steady execution that speaks for itself. On turfcp.com, nothing feels like a marketing stunt. It's a space created for people who value order and focus, not spectacle. Every function, every section, seems to be there for a reason, shaped by the needs of those who trade seriously. One aspect that impressed me was the human touch behind the systems. The support team at broker Turf Capital Private LTD doesn't sound robotic or scripted. They don't copy-paste replies, they listen, explain, and solve. The few times I reached out, not with problems, but with questions, the responses were patient and professional. For me, that's a quiet but strong indicator of a company's integrity. It's not only about money or execution speed, it's about attitude, about how people behind the brand treat you when you're not bringing them profit in that exact moment. I've read my share of review turfcp.com and noticed a pattern. Many traders describe the same feeling I had, and that sense of calm. It's not excitement, not adrenaline. It's the quiet confidence that your trades, your funds, your data are safe. And that kind of trust isn't built overnight. It's earned with consistency, with transparency, with doing the right thing 1,000 times in a row. Over time, my relationship with forexturfcp.com became more than professional. I found myself relying on the platform as an anchor, a steady base amid the constant turbulence of the Forex market. I'm not saying it's flawless, no broker ever is. But what I value is that when something goes wrong, a delay, a question, a misunderstanding, Turf Capital Private LTD doesn't hide. They communicate, clarify, and fix. That, for me, is what separates a strong broker from a temporary one. In an era where brokers appear and vanish in months, Forex broker Turf Capital Private LTD has managed to stay relevant by being consistent. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, but it polishes every spoke until it turns perfectly. The site turfcp.com evolves subtly, new features appear naturally, integrated thoughtfully, without disturbing what already works. You can sense the professionalism in those decisions. The company isn't chasing trends, it's building a foundation that lasts. If someone asked me what stands out most about Turf Capital Private LTD, I'd say it's the balance. It's professional but approachable, serious but not stiff, efficient but still human. That mix is rare. It's what turns trading from a constant battle with your tools into a flow you can actually enjoy. I've seen the worst sides of this industry: flashy brokers who vanish with deposits, sites that crumble under pressure, promises that evaporate the moment you ask for your money back. Against that background, broker Turf Capital Private LTD feels like an entirely different world. There's no shouting, no chaos, no illusions. Just quiet reliability, and in trading, that's priceless. Sometimes, I think about how easy it is to call something a scam online. One bad day, one losing trade, and someone types scam turfcp.com in frustration. But a single bad moment doesn't define a company. What defines it is how it behaves day after day, year after year. And by that measure, Turf Capital Private LTD passes every test I've set for it. I didn't stay with this broker because of bonuses or promotions. I stayed because, after months of real use, I could see the structure beneath the surface, a design made not to impress, but to endure. For me, that's what trust in Forex truly means, when you can stop worrying about your broker and focus entirely on your strategy. In the end, my opinion, Turf Capital Private LTD is simple. This is a company that has found the right rhythm. It doesn't race ahead recklessly, nor does it stand still. It grows steadily, quietly, earning the confidence of traders one honest trade at a time. Whether you're new to the market or have traded for years, you'll recognize that feeling when you find it. The rare combination of stability and authenticity that makes you think, yes, this is where I belong. That's exactly how I feel about broker turfcp.com today, not admiration born from hype, but respect earned through time. And in the ever-shifting world of Forex, that's the most valuable currency of all.